This is page 93 of your math journal. We're starting into our geometry sections. Okay, we're going to do area of parallelograms. All right, first of all, let's define what area is. Area is the two-dimensional space meaning flat a shape takes up. Okay, we always write our answers in units squared or square units. Okay, not to be confused with perimeter. Perimeter. Okay, perimeter is the one-dimensional distance around a shape. Oh, oops, I messed up a dimensional. The one-dimensional distance around a shape. All right. Another one is what a parallelogram is. Okay, it's a four-sided shape with two sets of parallel sides. All right. One more thing that's very important to note. Let's put some big stars around this one. I want you to write base and height. Always form a right angle. Okay, right angle is the same as 90 degrees. Okay, that's important to know because sometimes you'll be given many pieces of information and depending on what you're looking for, you want to just be able to identify the base and the height. All right, I want you to draw a parallelogram. Let's use up two lines. Try and make them as parallel as possible. Okay. Now I want you to take and I want you to turn it into a rectangle. If I took this and turned it into a rectangle, if I chopped it off right here on this dotted line and I put it over here, then it would look like this. So parallelograms, you know how to find the area of a rectangle. The area of a rectangle is length times width. Well, here, if you look at it, you can find the length and the width. It's what makes a right angle. So here, that's the same as the height and the base that it makes a right angle with. So, area of a parallelogram equals base times height. And it's just the two things that make a right angle. Okay, let's draw a parallelogram right here. We're going to give it some measurements. Two parallel sides, about as close as you can get. Okay, we're going to write a 2 inches right here, 5 inches right here, and then I want a dotted line right here that makes a right angle, and this is going to be 1.5 inches. Okay, now if that's the case and I want to find the area, I'm only interested in the two that make a right angle. So I'm going to take the base times the height, which in this case would be 5, and 5 makes a right angle with 1.5. So if I do 1.5 times 5, I get 25 there, regroup 2, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7, 1 place behind the decimal. Okay, 7.5, but I need to write inches squared. We're talking about the area that fills up the inside space. Now perimeter is just all the sides added together. Perimeter would then be 5 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2, all the outside edges added together. So in this case, that'd be 14 inches. Now notice, I didn't put a square on this. That's because this is just one dimension. It's not squares. This is squares that fill up the inside. Okay, let's try another example. Okay, draw something similar to that. This is 1 foot. This is 2 feet. And this is 2.3 feet. Okay, if I'm finding the area, I'm just going to do base times height again. So the two that form a right angle. Well, if this makes a right angle here, it also makes a right angle here. And if this is the same, this is also 1 foot. So the two that make a right angle are the 2 feet and the 1 foot. So 2 times 1 would be 2 feet squared. The perimeter, we're going to add up all the sides. So that would be 1 plus 2.3 plus 1 plus 2.3. And that would be 3.3 plus 3.3, which would be 6.6. So 6.6 feet around the outside of that shape. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, let's say this is 3/4 of a meter. This is 1 1/3 meters. And this measurement is 2/3, no, yeah, 2/3 of a meter. Okay, so area is going to be base times height. So I'm going to take the two that make a right angle, which would be 1 1/3 times 2/3. Okay, in this case, let's take and make this improper. So this would be 4/3 times 2/3. Times across the top, I get 8. Times across the bottom, I get 9. So this would be 8/9 of a square meter. That would be the area. Perimeter, I've got to add up the sides. So I'm going to do 1 1/3 plus 1 1/3. So there's both of the long sides plus the 2 short sides. Okay, I want a common denominator, so this is the same as 4/3. So I want it over 12. This would be 9 over 12. 4/3 would be 16/3. Or sorry, 16/12. And then add it up. 9 plus 16 is 25. 25 plus 25 is 50. So I get 50 over 12, which is the same. 12 will go into 50 4 times. So it'd be 4 whole meters around. And 2/12 left over. So 1/6 meters. Notice it's just meters because that would be the distance around the outside of the figure. Okay. And that's how you find the area and the perimeter of parallelograms.